Hello students. In last lecture we have seen some part of chapter number 2, life processes in living organism part first. In that part first we have seen some points of this living organism and life processes. We also have seen these questions, living organism and life processes, along with these different systems are there. Now today we are going to start human respiratory system. Up to 9th standard you have seen that what is meant by the respiration. Respiration, that means release of energy in the form of the this energy by the from the digested food material, and you know that inhalation and exhalation. By the inhalation and exhalation, that means by the breathing. When inhalation is done, then airs can be enters into the lung. When inhalation is done, then this air can be enters into the lung, and the oxygen from the air enters into the blood in it by blood, and carbon dioxide from the blood exists from the this blood. This carbon dioxide again by the cellular respiration, carbon dioxide is oxygen by the food oxidation. This oxygen is converted into carbon dioxide, and this can be released by the same way, and this exhalation carbon dioxide is given out. This gaseous exchange occurs through the alveoli. These are alveolar sacs are there. By this alveolar membrane, this exchange of occurs, and this will be carried by the RBCs. RBCs, that means red blood corpuscles, to each and every cell. Here inside the mitochondria, tissue respiration, internal respiration. Tissue, that means internal into the cell. This internal respiration will be takes place, and the oxygen is used for the productions of energy. This oxygen will be used for the production of the energy and oxidation of the food nutrients. Oxidation of food nutrients, that means which nutrients are digested with the help of the oxygen. This called as a oxidation of that food nutrient can be released in the form of the ATP. ATP, that means adenosine triphosphate. Now see first how many atoms of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen respectively present in a molecules of the molecule of a glucose. How many molecules? You know the formula of glucose, C6H12O6. C6 6 means, that means 6 atoms of carbon atom, 12 atoms of hydrogen atom, and again 6 atoms of oxygen atoms are there. In a second question, which type of chemical bonds are present in between all these atoms? By the covalent bond, this chemical bonding is there. And in the term of chemistry, what is happen actually when the molecule is oxidized? When molecule is oxidized, then it will again it will gain the oxygen atom or lose the electron. In last lecture we have seen that carbohydrates are utilized the productions of the energy in the form of ATP. Oxidation of glucose is carried out by the step by step. This oxidation of glucose molecule which is taken, this glucose is which is taken by the food nutrient. This glucose molecule is oxidized, and it will be converted into the ATP, and this oxidation of glucose is carried out by the step by step during the cellular respiration. What is meant by the cellular respiration? This cellular respiration occurs among in the living organisms by the two methods. Which two methods are there? First one is the aerobic respiration. That means oxygen is necessary for this respiration. In a aerobic respiration, oxygen is involved. That means for this aerobic respiration, oxygen is necessary. Generally, this aerobic respiration occurs into the living organism in a plants and animal. And second type is a anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration, that means this oxygen does not having This in an anaerobic respiration, oxygen is not necessary. For this respiration, oxygen is not necessary. Generally, this oxidation will be occurs into the mitochondria, or in a microorganism. And this microorganism, that means from the fungi group, which microorganisms are there, they can be undergo the anaerobic respiration. Now see, first in a aerobic respiration, glucose is oxidized by the three steps. First one is the glycolysis, second one is the tricarboxylic acid, and third one is the electron transfer chain reaction. So first one, what is mean by the glycolysis? In a glycolysis, glucose, which glucose is taken by the food nutrient. This glucose is oxidized by the two molecule. This glucose molecule is oxidized step by step into two molecules of each of pyruvic acid and ATP, NADH2 and water. This will be into the pyruvic acid, ATP, NADH2 and water. This process takes place into the cytoplasm of that cell. This glycolysis occurs into the cytoplasm. Pyruvic acid form during this glycolysis, and it is converted into the, and this will be converted into the molecule of acetyl coenzyme A. Two molecules of each of NADH2. That means nicotine amide adenine dinucleotide. These NADH2, two molecules of NADH2 and two molecules of carbon dioxides are, and pyruvic acid is formed into the glycolysis. Number 2, after this, second, tricarboxylic acid. This glycolysis occurs into the cytoplasm, and this tricarboxylic acid cycle is occurs into the mitochondria. When acetyl coenzyme, which is converted into the this pyruvic acid is converted into the acetyl coenzyme into the glycolysis, this acetyl coenzyme molecule enters into the mitochondria, and then tricarboxylic acid cycle chain reaction will be occurs into the mitochondria. And acetyl part of acetyl, and this part acetyl coenzyme A is completely oxidized and releasing. This will be completely oxidized and releasing of molecule. Which molecules can be released into this? Carbon dioxide, water molecule, NADH2 and FADH2. Carbon dioxide, that means CO2, water molecule, that means H2O, NADH2, that means nicotine amide adenine dinucleotide, and FADH2, that means flavin adenine dinucleotide. These molecules will be there. Now see, third, electron transfer chain reaction. The electron transfer chain reaction takes place only into the mitochondria, and these molecules of NADH2 and FADH2, these are formed during the all above processes participated into the electron transfer chain reaction. And from NADH2, how many molecules? NADH2, 3 molecules of ATP will be from, and from FADH2, 2 molecules of ATP will be formed and are produced during this cyclic reaction. Along with this ATP, water molecule are also forming during this chain reaction. With this, water molecule will be also formed, and thus the one of molecule of glucose gives carbon dioxide and water molecule along with this energy after the complete oxidation in the form of oxygen. Now see, ATP energy currency. What is mean by the ATP? ATP, adenosine triphosphate. In that ATP, why it is called as a, this is called as a ATP, as a energy, because adenosine triphosphate, which is energy rich molecule, and energy is stored into the bond by which phosphate group are attached to each other, and these molecules are stored in the cell as per the need. And this chemically, this ATP molecule, ATP, that means adenine triphosphate, adenine triphosphate. Why it is called as a triphosphate? See here, these three molecules of phosphate groups are there. So it is called as a adenine triphosphate, and these are generally formed from the adenine ribonucleoside, and it contains nitrogenous compounds like the adenine, pentose sugar, ribose, and 3-phosphate group. As per the need, energy is derived by the breaking the phosphate group. This breaking of this phosphate group, one phosphate group can be break and it will be converted into the adenine diphosphate, and this having this can be break by the these are inorganic phosphate. By this, energy can be released. In their insufficient amount of carbohydrate is in body due to the exceptional conditionals like the fasting, hunger. Because of this, lipid and proteins which are used for the energy production, and in this case a lipid, they are converted into the fatty acid, and this fatty acid, whereas the proteins and fatty acids, amino acids are converted into the acetyl coenzyme A, which acetyl coenzyme, which is formed by into the first step of cellular respiration, which is the first step of cellular respiration, glycolysis. In that glycolysis, acetyl coenzyme is formed. It is these fatty acid and amino acids are converted into the acetyl coenzyme A, and energy is obtained through the complete oxidation. And from this, energy is formed by the complete oxidation of acetyl coenzyme A, and by this process of Krebs cycle in a mitochondria. Krebs cycle, by this Krebs cycle, in a cyclic reaction, tricarboxylic acid cyclic reaction, whereas this cyclic reaction is discovered by the Sir Hans Krebs, so it is called as a Krebs cycle. So this cyclic process is given, process is also called as a Krebs cycle, and this Krebs for this purpose, he has awarded for Nobel Prize in 1953 for his Krebs cycle discovery. Now see the process of energy production through the aerobic respiration of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. This process of energy production through the aerobic respiration of carbohydrate, proteins and fats. In that, lipid, carbohydrate and proteins, by the lipid, fatty acids, by the proteins, amino acids, and by the carbohydrates, glycolysis. Which glycolysis? Glycolysis, we have seen that first step of glycolysis is there, no? This glycolysis is the first step of aerobic respiration. In a cellular respiration, in that first glycolysis, some bacteria, some lower organisms are these carbohydrates. In case of less of stores of these carbohydrates in body, then these lipids are converted in lipids and these proteins. These are utilized for the energy production. These lipids, carbohydrates and proteins are used for the energy production, and these lipids are converted into the fatty acids and proteins are converted into the amino acids. These proteins are break down into the amino acids, and in such a conditions both fatty acids and amino acids, both these are converted into the acetyl coenzyme A. These in such conditions these fatty acids and these amino acids are converted into the acetyl coenzyme A for the obtaining of energy, and molecule of acetyl coenzyme A undergoes the complete oxidation by the process of the Krebs cycle and in the mitochondria, and this will be releasing the energy with the carbon dioxide, water vapors and energy. That means these are used for the energy production. Now next part we will continue into the next lecture. Up to here what we have seen: cellular respiration by the aerobic respiration by the three steps which are there. First one is the glycolysis, second one is the glycolysis, second one is the tricarboxylic acid, third one is the electron transfer chain reaction, and by this after this ATP as the energy currency. And now we have seen the process of this production of the aerobic respiration in carbohydrate, proteins and fats, and next part we will continue in a next lecture.